Okay, so it's I guess it's Tuesday morning now, and I'm just about to park my quad off the trail. I'm going to actually try to bring it into the bush, way back into the bush there, so it's out of sight, because I don't want to just leave it where someone can, you know, tear it apart, let's say. So basically I'm going to put it into the bush. It's very cold out this morning. It was like -5. The wood stove's been going pretty good. This is already a second day out here. This morning when I went to start my quad, it was a bitch to start, and it would only run on choke, and I tried driving it for a little bit and it just ran like shit, bogging. Couldn't even get it over 20 miles per hour. The vent line on the side there is starting to leak, or the vent holes there, it's starting to drip, I should say, not leak. So I ended up putting in neutral and revving the ball bags off it. That's after it had already been running for like 5 minutes. And it seemed to clear up pretty good now, so it should be good. So, turn this around. So anyway, I don't know. Go and see if I have any luck today. Yesterday I seen like 5 deer. I only could have got a shot at a spiker and a little Bambi, so I didn't want to shoot any of them. I'm looking for either a big doe or something with at least something bigger than a spiker. How's that? So anyway, I'll let you guys know how it goes. And as for chickens, I only seen 1 freaking chicken, and it was too chicken for me to even get close to it. So anyway, have to wait and see what's going to happen. Check out this view. This is one of the places I like to come. Not so much for hunting, but just to check out the view. So I know it's probably not showing up the best, but all the way to the end of that road. That is far away. Yes, I'm on top of the hill, mountain, whatever you want to call it. So tons of quad trails going down. That one's pretty steep. There's one more, which I'm not going to show right there. All kinds of different ones here. This is a very nice place to come quadding, and for hunting it's kind of cheating because someone can actually just sit right about there, and if they had a rifle they could shoot anything that crosses the road for like 700-800 yards depending on the gun. So that would be kind of fun. Anyway, just thought I'd kind of show this in the video, and I just stopped here to kind of show this little bit of an update. Not an update, but I was on top of that hill right up there. I know it's not going to show up the best here. And there's another hill that's fun for quadding. Right there. And the stretch of this road here. And that is the road right there. So yeah, it's a pretty sweet place here to come. And right as I pulled out my camera, I actually just seen 2 chickens fly from here. So yeah, they're already gone. By the time I got out the 22 Magnum to pop them in the head, they were already running like hell, so they flew way back in there. So, well, seen 2 chickens so far. So, anyway, chickens are always good. Okay, so I just stopped at the snowmobile warm-up shelter here to use the dirty-ass outhouse, and I just decided to take a walk around my quad. And I think I know what my issue might be with it running rough when it was cold. It's overflowing pretty bad. Like the overflow line here is leaking pretty bad. But I actually started looking. You see there's some splatters up in there. The undercarriage actually on the frame is pretty wet. But then I looked over here. Looks normal, right? And then I walk over to here and I look at the very bottom of my oil tank, which I don't know if I'll be able to get that on. Not sure if you see it on the bottom of the oil tank, but it's actually dripping oil. And of course, dripping oil means major problems. Well, not a major problem, but it means it could lead to a major problem. So anyway, I'm about 20 kilometers back. Oil cap super tight. So I'm just going to take a chance, drive it back. The bad thing is, I'm still going to be 20 kilometers from where I stored a quad, so I'll have to tow it back, or just open that cap once I get back to camp and check how much oil's in it. Because I looked underneath it, there is down on my knees here. Turn the viewfinder. Right there, I'm not sure if that's showing up or not. There is some dripping underneath. I'm not sure if that's showing up the best, but it's probably not, eh? Yeah, but it's dripping. So I'm not sure if I took a rock to the oil tank, or if it's just coming from an overflow. Anyway, yeah, so got the oil leak there. It's not that bad yet, but the fact that I don't want a chance burning this thing down, especially being dry everywhere, kind of ruins my deer hunting for today, or maybe the whole week. So, but no difference. I could take my truck, I could do the same thing, park it on a trail, walk in. Kind of makes it a little bit harder once I get to deer to actually have to drag it out by hand. So anyway, as you can see, I got my second up seat on there, because I was dropping my dad off at different spots earlier. So anyway, that's where I'm going to leave this, I guess, for now. Well, I did manage to get off the oil dipstick, and it's actually pretty much perfectly on the level. That was a bitch to get off. So I should say it's actually probably, yeah, between the add and the lower level, so it wasn't that bad. So anyway, I guess I'll continue. It is only about an hour and a half or so left of daylight right now, so it's not too bad. They got the wood stove already in the hunting shack, or not the hunting shack, but the snowmobile shack, so that's pretty decent. So the one in the motorhome again has been working great. This time I'm not going to tighten that up nowhere near as much. I do got a whole video on this a couple years ago that me and my buddy made. It's just been getting destroyed over the last couple years. Snow shovel on the ground. So they got the wood stove. They take out the wood stove during the summer, but it is back in here. So it's a pretty decent wood stove. Let's see. They don't have the lights back up. Someone took off the light up there. You can see it's missing. It's on a timer, has a solar panel, so some emergency numbers there for people to call. So I know during the winter, oh, it's nice to come in here and light a fire and just warm up. So nice. So anyway, anything's better than nothing. So I'm not going to complain about the fact that they're missing the light or anything. So anyway, oil's a little bit dirty on this machine, so it is pretty much due for an oil change. Last one I did was during the spring, so it has about 1,000 kilometers on it. So yeah, you can see the solar panel they have up there. So yeah, it kind of sucks that I'm leaking oil. Okay, so a little bit of an update. Wood stove is working great. A little bit hot. We have it just pretty much the lowest we can get it. I'm actually going to bump that up just a tiny bit there. There we go. Got the table put in, the beds. Got my laptop set up. Computer speakers, walkie-talkies. 12 volt to 19 volt adapter. I'm charging up. We normally set a car battery there, but it's actually, where is that? It's actually being charged by the generator right there. So I know it's not going to show up the best. I'm charging up the backup battery. Bunch of power inverters here that we're not using. The only power inverter I'm using right now is the little tiny one. I got a little 20 watt just for the speakers. Even though they only use 1 watt, but so 1,000 milliamps I should say actually, but or 100 milliamps. Anyway, yeah, and just charging up some batteries, the car battery outside. We got a big booster battery. This is just all storage up here. Got some gun cases up there, 20 gauge. Lots of heat from that, been working good. Went through one bin of wood so far. Hey there, old man. Got my trusty gun on there. Charging up the battery here. Been going for about 15 minutes. So, believe it or not, it took about 10-15 pulls to get that thing to start, and it's only about -5 outside. So it's kind of being a pain in the butt. Trusty chainsaw. Then I'm going to be charging up that battery. It needs to charge. So, redneck cooking. Redneck cooking, eh?
Hey, it works. Yeah, I've got tube steaks for lunch.
Tube steaks, really? Got it hooked up to the big propane tank. Yeah.
Cold enough up here, look at that.
I know it's cold. It is cold. Get a shot around here. Someone had some targets set up here, that wasn't us. And my other trailer, that's the ones we're using now, and my other trailer is not even going to show up on the camera, but way in the bush there. Kind of see it from here. So, seen quite a few deer already. Kind of showing this area. So much better with high-powered rifle here, because at least you could shoot a deer at a far distance away. Because when they come across this field, they're not stopping for anything. So, seen quite a few of them back in that corner. Oh, generator's starting to labor for some reason. So, yeah, I don't know why the generator was a bitch to start, and it smoked a bit, but that's probably from being tossed around so much. Anyway, I'm going to go start up my chainsaw and do some firewood cutting because we're running low. Okay, so I'm at my other trailer here. This one's the one that's deep in the bush. Got to clear some of these trees here. This one here is dead, so I'm going to spark up the old chainsaw and give it a few cuts. So let's see here. Gotta line up the camera here. I think I'll stay like that. Undo my bungee cords holding it on. It's going to be a while because I'm going to let it warm up a bit because it is pretty icy right now. Hasn't been ran since last night. 4 or 5 primes. Yeah, I know that's a little bit more than most people do, but I like it to start pretty quick. A couple slow pumps. I got the choke on, of course. That's why she's smoking. She's still pretty cold. Yeah, look at this. You know, my quad wants to collect some wood. Well, you guys get the point. Anyway, gotta clear that little bit of brush and then that one there, because I want to actually bring the camper right to the end over there. So that's about 50 yards away. And believe it or not, that's all the firewood that we need for the entire night. So that stove is pretty fuel efficient, if you ask me. So yeah, just a little bit. I just have a tie wire tied across it pretty tight, and bungee cord doing really nothing. So It held the other time, so it's going to hold again. And of course, the chainsaw just has a bungee cord across the back of it, and a wire across it, and stuck into hand rest, so it's fine. And of course, I bring my guns with me whenever I'm in a bush. Got the 22 Magnum there, and the 50 caliber there. So, anyway, time to make a load back. And this is why burning pine kind of sucks. Look at that, eh? All the way down onto the driver's mirror, and look at the ground. Like, holy. So that's from burning a fire too cold too long, I guess. So when we burn it hot, it doesn't do that. So that is already discolored pretty good. Anyway, battery charger been going for about an hour. It should be good. Okay, so I've... come on. Give me an error. Charged battery pack. Anyway, you can see here how bad the leak is. All the way down onto the back tire. We just got it back to the cabin, so I'll put it under a tarp there for quite a while. Thing's saying for me to charge my battery pack. It's just about off the dipstick, so it's still not that bad. Okay, so we're back at the motorhome. It's can't even really see anything with the light here, but it's pretty much pitch black right now. Got my headlamp on. So anyway, just barbecuing up some supper. Some of that stuff. And 2 chickens. Wild chickens. So, they're barbecuing up very, very nicely. So, and the rest of it, we're going to mix with some chicken noodle soup. So, just have that mounted on the back of the motorhome, going to the full-size tank. So, I know it's nothing really showing up here. So anyway, seen tons and tons of deer, like 15, 20 deer, but every one of them's yearlings, fawns, you know, stuff like that. So they're pretty tiny, and we're of course looking for something bigger. So, whatever. It's going pretty decent anyway.